Welcome to the Oklahoma Business Capability Index proposal. Oklahoma can foster the development of business capabilities to not only compete in today's global business environment, but to lead it. We are proposing that a Oklahoma College of Business at a university adopt the Business Capability Index as a means to foster proactive improvements in Oklahoma businesses. BCI leverages 20-plus world-class management step charts that contain best practice capabilities. The charts can be combined for specific industries and scored to create the index. These charts were developed with Fortune 500 companies, mainly in the defense and aerospace industry, but the idea of it is very standard and can be applied to all industries. Why focus on capabilities? Capabilities are what drive performance and productivity. Higher performance and productivity means more jobs and a better economy for Oklahoma. Through the BCI, we can improve existing businesses, foster new business relationships, and create sustainable economic growth over time. The university that adopts the BCI will be at the forefront of business management education and advancement in our state. Let's look at a story essentially being told here. Let's look first at a real company, Firm A, which is located in San Diego. It's a major supplier to the aerospace industry. The company wanted to improve its management capabilities, so it assessed itself on 10 core competencies to identify improvement projects that were beneficial towards long-term improvement. We can see the analysis with the circular figure for the San Diego Aerospace Firm A. Their score is 8.28 when they account for all 10 of the step charts included in the model. Among those step charts are ones for cost management, supplier management, customer management, demand management, design management, and others. We can take the analysis of Firm A and combine it with another firm that might be doing an analysis within their supply chain or value chain, depending upon what you want to call it. These two analyses and more could be combined together to create a chain analysis. Firm A is a supplier to Firm B in Los Angeles. What's really cool about the BCI, though, is that not only can it be used for improvement based upon chains, it can also be rolled up to show metrics for different regions, for the state, for the country. Here we can see a figure where we have Firm A and Firm B once again, and the data is being rolled up into the city regions of Los Angeles and San Diego. And then we would roll in Los Angeles and San Diego, as well as other cities and regions in California, into a state of California BCI. The state of California BCI at the time of this particular analysis was 5.5 out of 10. A lot of room for improvement. For the United States, it was lower, a 5.26. Now we had limited data to do these type of analyses, so this is not that accurate at this point. But the point is that by doing this, at least we come up with a basis for starting our discussions of how we can improve. Another analysis level is BCI metrics by industry. Here we can see Firm A and Firm B once again. We've added in one more firm, which these are real data analyses, by the way. So these are actual companies in the aerospace industry. Firm C is added. These three come together to essentially help contribute to developing the aerospace industry BCI metric. And we can see also that Firm B and Firm C are part of a supply chain B. Firm C, though, is not associated directly with Firm A in a supply chain. So why would companies be interested in this type of analysis? It's pretty lengthy, takes a lot of time, there's a lot of information, but at the end of the day, what companies are in business to do is to make money. To make money, they have to be a company which is in a leadership type position that will take market share from other companies and other supply chains. The BCI helps to enable these chains and companies within them to become more competitive and to be able to have better bottom line improvements and become more competitive. So how do we go about measuring core competencies to get a BCI? It's all about the step charts. The step charts form essentially the spokes on those circular models for each industry. Here we can see world-class cost management as it actually fed into the aerospace firm B analysis. This particular aerospace company rated themselves at a 4.7 out of 10 after assessing itself on all of the various attributes within the particular step chart called world-class cost management. We can see there's color coding going on. And the color coding gets a little bit more into the weeds of this type of analysis, but I want to make sure that it's understood that the idea is to develop projects that we can then create and put into our companies to have leaps and bounds in improvement. So how are these industry models actually created? The step charts are once again the foundation of the BCI and the analyses at the various industry levels, and that's the way the companies can then assess themselves. Here we see the model for Firm A that we started with. It's the aerospace industry model. And of the available step charts, we are taking 10 of these and applying them to this aerospace industry model. So let's pull this back to Oklahoma itself. Oklahoma businesses can lead the world. It is a choice. We don't have to be a follower. And one of the things that the BCI index has pinned underneath it is all of these best practices, world-class best practices. And they're all essentially under one umbrella into a single methodology. As new paradigms come up and appear, we will add these into the BCI step charts. A university, however, is needed to be able to help with the research and building consensus with the major corporations and the companies involved so that the step charts remain relevant and hence the BCI remains relevant. We can then take this data and we can roll it up however we want to see it. Here, for example, is looking at my hometown of Norman, Oklahoma, and Cleveland County, and comparing it against the state of Oklahoma, the United States, and even rolling up the data even a point of global BCI, which is certainly feasible. We have had companies in Australia utilize our step charts. A couple more countries, and we can start to flesh out regional areas of the world itself. But let's step back to just Cleveland County. What if we did nothing? What if we didn't come up with a way to measure and improve? Then Cleveland County would remain relatively flat as the dashed line shows. With the BCI, though, and doing the measurement and companies working together to improve, they could show increases in productivity and capability, and thereby competitive advantage. The economy of Cleveland County would increase and improve, and the livelihoods of everybody involved within my own hometown would improve. That's the incentive that I have for bringing this to Oklahoma. Together, we can make Oklahoma a leader in fostering best practices in management. One university, though, needs to step forward to be that leader. Which will it be? At this point, I am stepping out and meeting with colleges of business around Oklahoma to find a leading institution that wants to take on the BCI